All right, so my fiance and I are getting married this month. There is still a lot of things to do, including I just had the facility send me the dimensions for the ballroom, basically just so I can coordinate some of the additional decor and the lighting situations that we're going to be doing there. This has been immensely helpful for that. Thankfully, that day arrived. Things went smoothly thanks to the help of some organizing things with the Fold 7. And it was a beautiful day from beginning to end with a couple of slight missteps, but a great day with family and loved ones. And now, my wife. This has also been immensely helpful for whenever I'm filming for YouTube. I can actually use this as a secondary monitor, or in instances where I kind of need to coordinate several different components of the wedding all at one time, like with the calendar down here, some guests, and also some different notes for different appointments that we have and things like that. This is super helpful for that also. Or my day job as, I'm not gonna say it this time, but those of you who know, you know. This is really helpful when I'm working, using this at work as a signing pad. It's great for that also. When I'm responding to you guys in the comment section on YouTube Studio, having this larger keypad here is really nice for just typing and responding to you guys' feedback, your critiques, or the reasons that you really enjoyed the video. And even though I do primarily use a MacBook Pro for all my editing on the channel, sending files to my MacBook is actually quite easy. File received, bam. Or when I'm working on thumbnails, right? Because this 8-inch display is so responsive and nice to use, it means that I can work on thumbnails actively when I'm outside of the house, and I don't always have to rely, I don't know if you guys can see down here, my MacBook Pro to actually do that stuff on, because this is a mini tablet in the palm of my hand, more than practically and effectively allows me to do that on a day-to-day basis for these videos. And I think as a whole, that's really been my overall cohesive experience with the Galaxy Fold 7. And although these are all things that I could do on the Fold 4, Fold 5, and the Fold 6, but this being thinner and also lighter and also having a larger display, doing all of those things here on the Fold 7 just flat out just feels better than it ever did on any of those previous devices. And I really just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick, concise rundown of how this thing has been great over this entire first month, and how there are a couple of other things for you guys to consider before you actually shell out the $2,000 on this device, even though I personally like it a lot. I'm gonna walk you guys through a couple of more things, and hopefully that can help you make the decision if you're looking to pick up Samsung's newest foldable. If you guys are new here, my name is Dave, and this is where tech meets lifestyle. It's currently summertime. We've been getting a lot of 90, 95, even some days where it's 98, the real feels up to 103, 105. And something to consider here is that although this is a $2,000 device, you're not getting a vapor chamber cooling system like you are on some other flagship devices. Now, for sure, that's something that you do want to see in your phone that costs this much. But what I can say over the course of using this over this entire last month, going to the beach, spending time outside, running back and forth, doing a lot of errands for this wedding thing and other miscellaneous life tasks like you guys all experience too, I haven't had an instance where this is overheated. I haven't had any instances where I'm using this and it got so dangerously hot that I was concerned to actually use this anymore because I was fearing that it was going to damage the internals. It just hasn't gotten that hot. It does get warm, and there have been times when I'm playing, say, really intensive games while I'm outside waiting for something, and it does get uncomfortably warm to almost hot. Though what I can say is that the times when the phone has gotten its warmest to its hottest are when I'm taking multiple 200 megapixel photos on it, or when I'm recording in, say, that log format video or 8K 30 video. But nothing that is excruciatingly concerning, if you get what I mean. So although this doesn't have a vapor chamber, you'd like to see it here. So far over this last month, it's been pretty good. Now, when it comes to battery life, that is one of those things that I was really hoping to see a significant, tangible upgrade from the Fold 6, right? I love the Fold 6 for a number of different reasons, the software, the form factor, etc. But one of the things that I didn't love too much was that the battery life just wasn't great. That was a phone that I knew for a fact I was going to have to charge at least once per day to make it through to the end of my day. Thankfully, honestly, with the Galaxy Fold 7, I would say on average, I was able to get to the ends of my day honestly pretty comfortably, where say I would wake up at like 7:30, take this off the charger and go throughout my day, organizing things, planning videos, and then going out, running errands, seeing family members, doing groceries, all of the life things that all of you guys do too. And this would make it pretty comfortably to like 8 p.m. at night, sometimes 9 p.m. at night, where the battery was like just really about to die. This has been an upgrade in terms of battery life for sure over the Fold 6. They've done a really good job in terms of optimization. As a whole though, it's still not getting the kind of battery life that you'd like to see, comparable to say like the Galaxy S25 Ultra, the 24 Ultra, right? Where those are phones you can take off the charger and like those things are gonna last you all freaking day, right? And this I would say is getting me around like 7 to 7.5 hours worth of screen on time, depending on the day, depending on what I'm doing. But if I'm doing any kind of like heavier lifting things, right? Like say playing games on this for a bit throughout the day, it's definitely going to die a bit faster. And at that point, I'm more liable to need an additional top up throughout the day. Much like everyone else, one of the big improvements that I wanted to see here was a better telephoto camera, right? To be more on par with like your Galaxy S24, 25 Ultra series. And unfortunately, you're just really not getting a hardware improvement over here on the Fold 7. I mean, for zoom things, if you do have to zoom in, I suppose they're passable. Like you can legibly read certain things in a distance if you really need to, but if there's a moment in the distance, right, which is something that I always really appreciate, zoom cameras on my Galaxy S24, 25 Ultra series phones, there's like a moment happening in the distance that's like funny or memorable, but I want to capture, but I don't want to take the time away from my family to like run away all the way down there and like snap a shot. On the S25 Ultra, I can be where I am, zoom in, and get like a really crisp image of what's happening, and even really like video if I need to. Where here, you're not quite getting the same effect. It'll like pretty much produce the image of like whatever it is that you're looking at, but it's just not going to be the same, and so that's something you're not going to be getting here. But that 200 megapixel camera over here on the Fold 7, I really have been enjoying. And really for me, one of the coolest things, right, is being able to use the front display. Now I have a 200 megapixel selfie camera, which no other phone on the market has. I don't know, I think that's great. And honestly, a lot of the times as of late, whenever I'm doing selfies with Maria or my family or something like that, I'm doing it this way, and I'm using the 200 megapixels to get us in like really great detail. And the way that the phone renders the actual image on that 200 megapixel sensor looks great. And so that's really something that I've been personally using a lot and has been a really welcome addition and an upgrade over the 50 megapixels that you were getting on the Fold 6. A smaller, more nuanced thing is that the speakers here are actually not quite as punchy as on the Galaxy Fold 6. Which for some people might be a deal breaker. It certainly isn't for me. For me personally, as long as I'm able to have my phone like outside of the shower and can put the volume all the way up and still listen to like, I don't know, a podcast or music or whatever, and not have to strain to hear the music or listen to what's being said in the podcast, it's usually fine for me. And in those scenarios, this passes the test. If I had to guess, concessions had to be made to allow for this significantly thinner form factor than overall in the Fold 6. But for me, the speakers are definitely still good enough, and that's really gonna be up to you if that's like a deal breaker. And so far, at least, those are all of my thoughts. Right now, I'm actually using the back camera and using the front screen to get the best quality. What's cool is that in this situation, you kind of use this like a vlogging setup. But as a whole, despite the Fold 7 not technically being perfect, it comes really close in a lot of different ways. This is kind of going to be the foldable, I think, that is the easiest to pick up for the general masses and gets them comfortable with having a folding phone that they use as their primary phone every single day. It is not perfect, but it comes close enough in a lot of different ways, and having a normal phone that turns into a mini tablet when you need it is awesome. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to see more tech reviews like this and you're new to the channel, subscribe so you can see more things. But as always, peace, love, adios, bye guys, and have a great day.